I've said this many times before, and I'll keep saying it. If there's only one device you can take control of, make sure it's your monitor. It's really very simple. Your monitor is where you're making all of your decisions on editing and adjusting images. It's your viewfinder, it's your entire window to your entire digital color world. If it's not as accurate and as correct as possible, then every adjustment you make will probably be at best slightly off, and at worst completely wrong. The good news is that monitor calibration and profiling is quick and easy, and the gear you need to make it happen is fairly inexpensive. We'll be looking at monitor profiling in detail later on because it is a base upon which all editing decisions are made. Here's a recommended list in order of priority for having the best profiles possible. If you are doing your own printing, then number 2, your paper-printer combination, is just slightly behind your monitor in terms of importance. We'll explore why in detail later in the course. So next up in importance is your printer, or more precisely, your printer-paper combination. Each printer, each ink set, and each paper has its own characteristics that need to be profiled. You may have a favorite fine art paper that prints beautifully on one printer, but then when you try it on another one, the color and tone has changed drastically. That's why you need a profile for each printer-paper combination you use. And as we move forward, we'll call these paper profiles. In addition, we'll explore how viewing conditions can affect how color should be put down on paper. For example, what if your image is going to be displayed under fluorescent lighting? Can you and should you adjust the profile for your paper to counter variations in this type of light? We'll show this in detail again later in the course. The next device we'll profile are digital cameras. Each digital camera manufacturer has its own idea on how color should be reproduced, and the result is that the same image taken with 2 different cameras using the same exact settings can be, and often is, wildly different. Creating a custom camera profile once again provides a standard reference by which each camera can begin with the same starting point. For example, this allows 2 cameras at an event to produce similar color and tone. And this is very important for matching skin tones. Imagine if you were shooting a wedding with multiple photographers and multiple cameras. If you're a landscape photographer, you'll also find that you'll have a more film-like response with slightly more saturated colors, particularly in blues and greens. For some reason, the standard profile conversions in Lightroom and Photoshop diminish these colors, and having a custom camera profile will fix this. Another concern might be, well, you're sending your images to a printer at a remote location. Now, the vendor may or may not offer custom profiles for their printer. Is there a way for you to create one yourself? And we're going to explore that process as well. Lastly, mobile devices like smartphones, iPads, Kindles, and the like. You might wonder why you would care about color on these devices, but they are becoming increasingly more important for anyone showing images to the public. Many photographers and designers use tablets for showing both portfolios and comps for jobs. Having them calibrated and profiled eliminates questions about color accuracy and tonality. This is a new area of color, and while in its infancy, it has recently become possible to accurately show images and other color work on these devices. For professionals involved in producing, editing, or printing color images, having a precise color workflow in place is not an option, it's a necessity. Sometimes a factory-supplied profile might get you close, but for exacting work, creating a custom profile for each device in your workflow is the only way to ensure that you are getting the most out of each device. Consistent and accurate color is something that clients expect from professional services, and getting color under control through each and every step of the process is the best way to make this happen. Lastly, as new devices such as tablet computers become more prevalent for viewing images, adding color workflow to them will keep all of your hard work from going to waste. Let's get started with the process.